Hello students. In the previous classes we had discussed the different equation of motion, which will include the first equation of motion, and that was equals to v is equals to u plus at. Okay, so we derived the equation that how this first equation of motion came. Then we had discussed about the second equation of motion. We derived the second equation of motion also, and that second equation of motion is equals to s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so today we will start with the next equation of motion, and that is the third equation of motion. So when we talk about the third equation of motion is equals to v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Okay, and this equation of motion, it gives the velocity that is acquired by the body while traveling a distance of s. So how can we derive it? Suppose consider a body which is traveling with the initial velocity, that is u, and with the acceleration, that is a uniform acceleration a, for a time t, and after a certain time, after traveling a certain time, then the velocity it gets changes and the final velocity will becomes v. Now suppose the distance traveled by the moving body in a time can be found by its average velocity, since the initial velocity of the body is u and that of the final velocity is v. So we can say that the third equation of motion is basically can be calculated or can be derived by the help of the two equation of motion, that is the first equation of motion and the second equation of the motion. So from second equation of motion we have s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so this is the first one. And the first equation of motion we are having this v is equals to u plus at. Okay, the first one is s is equals to ut plus half at square. The second one is v is equals to u plus at. So we can rearrange this first equation of motion or this equation by, we can also write it like at, that will be equals to v minus u. Okay, when this u will go to the other side, then positive will becomes negative, so it will be minus u, so v minus u is equals to at, or t is equals to v minus u upon a, acceleration. Now this is another equation. So suppose this is the third equation. Now putting the value of the t from equation third to that of the first equation of the motion, or first equation, not the equation of motion but the first equation, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square. So in place of t we will mention v minus u upon a. Okay, so putting the value, what we will find here, actually here it is not written correctly. See here it is written u v minus a upon 2 plus half, it will be half a v minus u upon a square, or you can understand it like that ut is there, ut plus half at square. So in place of t we will mention the v minus u upon a, so it will be, we can write it like u v minus u upon a. Okay, and plus half at square, that will be equals to plus half a, in place of at square we can write it v minus u upon a the whole square. Okay, so this will be this equation by putting the value of t in it. Then we can see here that when you open the bracket, then you will find it that this u and v, they get multiplied with each other, so it will becomes uv. Okay, u and u, it will be u square upon a. So the first equation, it will be uv minus u square upon a, while here half or a by 2 is already there, so when it multiply with this, it will be, or v minus u the power whole square is there. Okay, so we can write it, we know that a minus b ka whole square, that is equals to v square plus u square minus 2uv. Okay, upon 2a square must be there. Okay, so now when you open all the thing, then you will get 2uv plus minus 2 square plus v square plus u square minus 2uv upon 2a. We can understand it like that. See here, s is equals to ut. It is ut plus half at square, and that will be equals to, now see here, putting the value of the t in the formula. So what is the formula? That is u, and the t is equals to v minus u upon a plus half a is there, and the bracket v minus u upon a the whole square. Okay, now when you open the bracket, then what you will get? See here, u into v, it will be uv minus u into u square upon a. Okay, plus I'm writing here half, we will leave a here, simply a. Okay, now see here, it will be, when we take it, we can write it also like v minus u the whole square upon a ka whole square. Okay, so when you write it, this v minus u the whole power square, it will be like a minus b ka whole square. So you can write it like this, that is a minus b ka whole square is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So v minus u square whole square is v square plus u square minus 2uv minus 2uv. Okay, so after opening, we will get this one. Now see here, so you can write it like this also, that is uv minus u square upon a plus half or 2a the whole square, or you can write it like this, half a v square plus u square minus 2uv upon a square. Okay, so if we are keeping only these things into the bracket, so this a and a square, they will cancel each other, and here only a will be left behind. Now what we will do, we will take the LCM of both the equations. Then what you will observe, when you take the equation of both, it will be 2a. Okay, because a is there, here it is 2a, and when you take the LCM, this 2 will multiply with both of the thing. Now it will be 2uv minus 2u square plus, here it will be v square plus u square minus 2 uv. Okay, so see here, so S will be equals to 2uv minus 2u square plus v square plus 2u square minus 2uv upon 2a. So this is plus 2uv and this is minus 2uv, so it will be cancelled. This one is u square, here it will be minus 2 square, so it will becomes a minus u square. Okay, so now you can write it like S will be equals to v square minus u square, because it was minus 2u square plus u square, this will be u square upon 2a, or we can say that 2as is equals to v square minus u square, or v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Okay, so this is the third equation of motion. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to derive this third equation of motion with the help of the other two equation of motion. Now we will come to the numericals related to these equation of motion, and such kind of a numericals most of the time it is asked in examination. So see here, the first question is, a trolley is there and while going down an inclined plane, it is having an acceleration of a 2 centimeter per second. Okay, 2 centimeter per second is there. What will be the velocity of the 3 seconds after it starts? So see here, after the start, here it is written after the start, it means initially the trolley was at rest. So the initial velocity will be 0 centimeter per second, because here the acceleration is in centimeter per second square, that's why we will take the velocity also in centimeter per second. Okay, so initial velocity will be 0 centimeter per second. The time is also given, that is 3 seconds, and acceleration is given, that is 2 centimeter per second square. So we are having three things. Okay, that is acceleration is there, initial velocity, that is u is there, a is there, and t is there. So we have to find the velocity, that is the final velocity, that is v. So out of that three equation, we know that the first equation is having all the three component except the one, that is v is equals to u plus at. We are knowing the value of u, we are knowing the value of a, we are knowing the value of t. So knowing all the three value, it will be easy to find the fourth value. So by putting the values to the formula, you see here, v is equals to u plus at, where u is 0, a is 2, and that of the time is 3. So we will get the final velocity, that is 6 centimeter per second. Okay. See the next one, a racing car, it is having has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. While solving a numerical, always write the given first, because if you are knowing the given or given values, then it will be very easy for you to put the respective formula. Okay, so see here, acceleration is given here, it means acceleration we are having 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? So timing is there, that is 10 seconds, and after start it means initially the body was at rest, and when body was at rest, then initial velocity will be 0 meter per second, because you can see the acceleration is in meter per second square. What we have to find? We have to find the distance, that is s. So u we are knowing t, we are knowing a. So which formula out of the three equation we will apply? That is the second equation of motion. Why is this so? The second equation of motion is s is equals to ut plus half at square. So u is given, t is given, a is given. So it will be easy to find the distance. So putting the value here, so it will be very easy to put the values and solve it. Like how? U initial velocity is 0, so when we put here 0, so 0 into time, that will be equals to 0 only. So we have to simply find the value of half at square. Okay, so half acceleration is given, that is 4, and time is given, that is 10. Okay, so half into 4 into 10 the power square, it means either you can write 100 or you can write 10 into 10. Okay, so it will be 2, that will be equal to 200 meter. So by this you can find the distance covered by the body, by the car. Now we will see the third one. Now see here, a stone is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of a 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? Where? Reach to the height. Okay, so it was talking about the height. So you see here, when the stone is thrown, at that time it was having a velocity, and that velocity is the initial velocity, which is u, and u is equals to 5 meter per second. Okay, acceleration is given here, acceleration is equals to 10 meter per second square. Okay, what will be the height we have to find? Height, it means it is talking about the distance s. Okay, s we are not knowing. And one more thing is there, when the ball was thrown vertically upward, this is the height of the ball up to which it reaches, and after that it starts coming down. So here, when it reaches here, at that point, the ball, as it comes to this height, it comes to the rest position, and then finally it starts going down. So we can say the final velocity, or the velocity at this height, the ball velocity will be 0. So the final velocity at the highest point is 0. Okay, it is 0 because of that only the ball start coming down. Okay, it is stopped for a small interval of a time, means at that time the velocity of the ball will be 0. Okay, so v is equals to 0, u initial velocity was there, that is 5 meter per second, acceleration is there, that is 10 meter per second square, and s is there, s we have to find. So which equation of motion we will use? So the third equation of motion is better for it, because we know that v minus u square is equals to 2as. We know the value of v, that is 0 square, minus u square, that will be equals to 5 the square is equals to 2 into a, that is equals to 10 into distance s. Okay, so only the value of s we are not knowing, so we can use the third equation of motion to find the answer. So you see here, By putting the value 0 square minus 5 square is equals to 2 into minus 10. Now acceleration is minus. Why is it so? Because it is going to the opposite of that of the gravity. Okay, when a ball is coming down, at that time it is coming towards the gravity, so it will be plus. As it going to the opposite direction, that's why the acceleration it will be negative. See here, we take acceleration is always in the downward direction. Okay, but we take acceleration in the upward direction, because if here it is written, if the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction. Okay, so in the downward direction it is 10 meter per second, and in the upward direction it will be minus 10 meter per second square. So acceleration will be here minus 10 meter per second square. So you see here, we will put the value here minus 10. Okay, it is, you can also say it is against to that of the acceleration due to gravity. So here it will be minus 25 equals to minus 20 into s, or s is equals to 25 upon 20, 5 by 4. So the distance or the height of the ball to reaches to that point, that is the, or height attained is equal to 1.25 meter. Now another question is there, and that is, a car accelerate uniformly from 18 km per hour to 36 km per hour in 5 seconds. This question is very simple. We have to simply find the acceleration and the distance covered by the car in that time. So here what is given? Initial velocity is given, that is 18 km per hour, and the final velocity is given, that is 36 km per hour. Time is there, that is 5 seconds. We have to find the acceleration. So at first we will convert these kilometer per hour into meter per second, because time is already given in a second. So what we have to do, simply we have to multiply these two by the 5 by 18. Okay, so when you multiply this with 5 by 18, it is already 18 km per hour. So when you multiply it with this, then it will give the 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second is the initial velocity, while that of the final velocity, it is 10 meter per second. Now what we have to find the acceleration. So we are knowing u, we are knowing v, and we have to find the a. So we will use the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. We have to find here acceleration, so we can also write it like v minus u upon t. See here, v minus u upon t. Okay, v is given, that is equals to 10, u is given, that is equals to 5, upon time taken was 5 seconds, so it will be 5, that will be equal to 1 meter per second square. So by putting the formula of first equation of motion, we are able to find the acceleration. Now the second thing that we have to find is the distance covered by the car in that particular time. It means in the same time. Now what we have to find the s. What are the things that we are knowing? U, v, t and a. Now you can use any of the second or that of the third equation of motion to find the distance. Now let's see. So to find the distance here, we know u, we know a, we know v as well as t. Here it is the third equation of motion it is used. You can use the s is equals to ut plus half at square also, no issues. Okay, so v, what is the value of v? It is 10. So 10 the power square minus 5 square, that will be equals to 2 into 1 into s, and by this we will get the 75 is equals to 2s, 75 by 2, and the distance will be 37.5 meter. So these are the different method by which if we are knowing the value of u or a v or a t, on that basis we are able to find the value of the thing that is given in the question by putting the respective or by using the respective formula of equation of motion. Now there is another question that is given in the NCERT. See, this question is that a ball is gently dropped from a height of a 20 meter. So from a certain height, that is 20 meter, a ball is dropped. Okay, and when it is dropped, its velocity increases. It increases at a rate of 10 meter per second square. That 10 meter per second square is actually telling the acceleration. Okay, student, one more thing, with the help of the SI unit also you are able to tell that what the value is, means what it is talking about, means what is it, like whether it is a velocity, whether it is a value of a height, or it is a value of a acceleration. Okay, so 10 meter per second square is there, you know that the meter per second square is the SI unit of acceleration. So velocity is increasing in a particular direction at a particular time, so it is determining the acceleration, and acceleration is equals to 10 meter per second square. Now, with what velocity will it strike the ground, and after what time will it strike the ground? So at first we have to find that with what velocity it strike to that of the ground, as well as we have to find that what is the time, okay, that it will strike to that of the ground. So first of all, when the ball was dropped from the height, at that time the velocity of the ball will be 0. Only that only it will be dropped to the respective ground. Okay, so at that time the initial velocity will be 0. So we can say that u is equals to 0. Okay, u is equals to 0. And now what we have to find, and what is given, s is equals to 20 meter, acceleration is given, that is 10 meter per second square. Okay, so a is given, u is given, and s is given, and we have to find the value of a velocity, final velocity, and we have to find the value of a time. Okay, so at first we have to find the value of a final velocity. So by using the third equation of motion, that is v minus u square is equals to 2as, we are able to find the value of a velocity, final velocity, when it is strike to the surface of the ground. Okay, so velocity, this we have to find initial velocity at that time when the ball was at rest, when it was not dropped. Okay, as it get dropped, the velocity start increasing. Okay, so initial velocity it will be 0 is equals to 2as, acceleration was 10, and distance between that of the ground to the from the height from where the ball is dropped is 20. So v square is equals to 400, or we can say v is equals to square the root 400, which will be equals to 20. Okay, so final velocity is also 20 meter per second. Okay, and you see, since the ball is coming down or the ball is in downward direction, so in this time the acceleration will be positive. Okay, it means the acceleration is positive, so velocity it increases, or we can say the velocity is also positive. Now what we have to find, we are knowing now velocity, final velocity also, initial velocity also, time also, distance also, as well as acceleration. We have to find the time. So you can use any of the two equations, that is the first equation or the second equation of motion. Why is it so? Because s is equals to ut plus half at square, and we are knowing all the values except that of the t, and in the first equation also v is equals to u plus at. So we are knowing the value of u, we are knowing the value of v, we are knowing the value of a, so we simply have to find the value of t. So always use that equation of motion to solve the question, which help to find the answer very easy. Okay, so you see this equation of motion will be much better. Okay, v is equals to 20 meter per second. Initial velocity will be 0 plus acceleration is 10 here, and time we have to find. Okay, so 20 is equals to 0 plus 10, 10 into t. So we can write here 20 is also equals to 10 t, or t is equals to 20 upon 10. Okay, so 20 upon 10, or t is equals to 2 seconds. Okay, so we had find the final velocity, that is 20 meter per second, and time is 2 seconds. So these are the different numericals on the basis of the equation of motion. Okay, so whatever the values are given, on that basis you use the different equation of motion and solve the questions related to it.